Right. Testing audio for me. Right. That works. Right. Testing audio. You two can for me. Talk, please.
I guess you want
talkie,
to
talkie.
Sure.
You two can
Yakety, yakety, yakety.
talk, please.
I guess you want
Talkie,
to
talkie. Yakety, 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 yak.
It's working.
Yakety, yakety.
Oh god, it's weird hearing it back after a delay.
Yep.
God, it's weird hearing it back after a delay. Right.
Yep.
Oh, right. I can mute Twitch now. Right, we're ready. Intro rolling in. 3, 2, 1. Why did that delay?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Overseas Connection, episode number 872. It is the 1st of February, 2026, and at least 2 of the 3 of us are freezing. So joining me from the frigid Midwest, commiserating in cold, is Kim Woods. Say hello to the people, Kim.
Yeah, it's me, and he's correct. It's cold here. It's like 24 degrees, but feels like 12. So, I would not suggest skinny dipping in this weather at all. But anyway, that's me at GamerGirl27, pretty much everywhere. And I'm happy to be here. So let's do a show.
And we're happy that you're here, Kim. Joining us from overseas, maybe cold, maybe not. It's got a hoodie on, so maybe it's cold, is Mr. Wright himself. Say hello to the people, Mark.
Hi Chris, hi Kim, hi everyone. Yeah, Mark Annex on all the gaming platforms. It has been cold on and off. We've had a few storms recently, but it's been a bit milder today. 6 degrees Celsius. Got a hoodie on because I've just got back from walking the dog. But yeah, it's not horrendously cold, but it's cold enough. Definitely big coat weather.
So I've just done the conversion. 6 degrees Celsius is 43 freedom units, which is downright tropical compared to
what you've got now.
Yeah,
The rest of us,
it's currently 11 here. Feels like 0, so it's not great outside. I took my dog for a walk this morning, and he doesn't care. He wants to smell every snowflake. I'm like, no, man,
Yep.
we gotta get to the business, and we gotta get back inside because I can't feel my face.
Right.
I always forget to introduce myself. OC_CP Matthew on Twitter and Xbox. They still call me Moose on Discord and Steam. That's me. Welcome to the chat. Boomer jumping in early. Well, way to be. We got some birthdays this week.
I feel like Greg. Yeah, I'm being told I'm in a tropical climate. I have to put my tank top on.
Show us the guns.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Boomer's put 43. Fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, no one's feeling bad for you about that. We'll do the birthdays and then we'll play the birthday song. So happy birthday, Phil Olson. Happy birthday, young man, this week. Some birthdays for some people you may never have met. Ronda Rousey of UFC and WWE fame, turning 39 this week. Shakira turning 48. Nathan Lane, American comedic actor, turning 69 this week. Ferdinand Magellan, Portuguese explorer, I believe, born this week in 1480. Rosa Parks, born this week in 1913. Rick Astley, turning 59 this week. You guessed it.
I've had that lined up all evening. Go on, carry on.
All right. You'll have to tell us what it was later.
Oh, it was a Rick Roll.
Right.
Rick Roll meme.
All right.
Never
Well
gonna give you
done.
up.
Well done. Yes, because I was about to say that he is still never going to give you up. And finally, happy birthday to the Gipper. Happy birthday to Ronald Reagan, born 6 February 1911.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
It's like a well-oiled machine around here. It's like we rehearse this. It's like we rehearse this 2 times a week.
You'd
Right.
think after 870 odd shows, I'd get it right, but
I think
PC's one.
I think the one time that we get it all on cue, we just have to quit. No more shows.
That's it. Yeah, no more. We've done it perfect once. That's enough.
Does that mean we
That's
can
right.
never quit?
Pretty much.
Right?
Pretty much. We're gonna be doing this forever. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So let's see. Story time. Story time this week.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
It is our favorite time of the day. And I'm interested to hear what's going on in the frozen Midwest. It sounds like a lot of things going down that way.
A little bit, yeah.
What happened to your stove?
Well, Sunday night I noticed, I don't know, it was probably about midnight or so, and for whatever reason, I just smelled something that smelled like smoke, and I didn't actually panic because we have a pellet stove, so obviously you're gonna smell a little smoke every now and again. But for some odd reason, that made me wake up. So I looked out in the living room, and from my room, I can see the living room, and I can see like if there's a flame burning in the stove and that sort of thing. There's usually some sort of light, and I noticed there wasn't any, so I got up to investigate. Sure enough, in the pellet stove, it would not stay burning. I couldn't figure out why. I messed with it for probably a good half hour. No matter what I did, the damn thing kept going out. So I'm like, all right, I'll just turn it off because it's got a safety thing where if it's not burning right or something, it'll turn itself off. But I figured while I'm up, I'll turn it off. That way we don't waste any more pellets, yada, yada, yada. So I told Dad about it the next morning. I'm like, it acted like it wasn't getting enough oxygen or something. Because I said it would burn for a little while, put itself out, and start back up. He's like, well, he says, and I'm usually the one in charge of cleaning it out anyway. So he's just like, well, take a look at it today and see what you can find. So that was my job. I got out all my little cleaning brushes and all this. And I swear to God, I could be a chimney sweep in a past life or something for as much crap as I dig out to clean the ashes and stuff out of this thing. And by the time I'm usually done cleaning this thing out, I look like a chimney sweep. So, I get in there and I clean it out, and there's fire brick behind or in front of like all the various pipes and whatnot. And usually up behind that, there's a bunch of ashes that accumulate. So I'm always up there with the brushes trying to clean all the ashes out. And I probably cleaned out a good pound of ashes from behind this fire brick. And I don't know, it took me 3 hours to finally get the damn thing up and running. I had 2 vacuum cleaners out, one to like blow the ashes out of it, another one to like blow air into it to kind of, clean it out a little more, because one's an ash vac that you're supposed to use with it, and the other one was just a regular shop vac, because of course the ash vac you can only run for so long before the motor gets warm, and then it shuts itself off and you gotta let it cool down. Well, when you're trying to get something running and that's your only option, that's not gonna work. So then you drag the shop vac out and you do the same thing with it. And anyway, like I said, it took me about 3 hours, and I'm assuming somewhere in the pipes and whatnot, it must have had a clog, because lo and behold, after about 3 hours of cleaning ash out of it, running the vacuum cleaner, Dad had went out with this little thing that I bought him for Christmas here a few years ago. It goes on the drill, and it cleans the pipe that goes outside. It cleans all the soot and stuff out of that. And he ran that, and finally, after about 3 hours, whatever was plugging it up and keeping it from getting oxygen, it finally cleared out, and we got it running again. Of course, that was after I smoked up the house at least 3 times. The smoke detectors in my house work. I know this because they went off at least a half a dozen times. I mean, it was bad enough, and I kid you not, it was colder that day than it is now, but it was so bad in the house. I had to open at least 3 windows to get all the smoke and stuff out of it, so at least, one, I could breathe and not get black lung. And so the smoke detectors would quit going off, because they are above my door. And while I am tall, it is still too fucking far for me to reach up with my hand and hit the button to turn the damn things off. And I got real tired of having to go get something to stand on to turn the smoke detectors off. So, yeah, it was an ordeal, and I had ashes blown all over the house because, of course, the vacuum cleaners, and like I said, I look like a chimney sweep, so it was a process. I love my pellet stove, so don't get me wrong. It's cheap. It's effective. It does a great job. But of course, with everything, there's always got to be maintenance. For some odd reason, I seem to have been volunteered into this maintenance. I don't know why, but
You're the maintainer. You're the household maintainer.
I am. It's kind of like Mike Rowe always said. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And apparently, I was the one volunteered for this. So, which is funny considering I previously had no experience with this whatsoever. It's just one day, Dad went to work and he's like, "Well, it needs cleaned out. You figure it out." Okay. So, thanks to Google and YouTube and various other things on the internet, I figured it out, which was probably my problem. Yeah, if I hadn't done all that, I probably wouldn't have got stuck with it. But then here we are. So yeah, I still don't know. And for a little while there, it was a little touch and go because I tried to light it, and it would smoke up. So of course I shut the door to keep it from coming into the house, and the smoke would like ignite itself and like backdraft. And I thought for a minute there, I'm like, oh shit, this can't be good. But finally, it worked itself out. And like I said, I figured out whatever was wrong with it, and it's been fine ever since. But, it's never a dull day around here, it seems like. Although there are some days I wish it was. So, if you get yourself a pellet stove, be prepared, because there will definitely be days when you're thinking to yourself, is it really worth it? So, and that was Monday for me. But it works now. It's good. We're friends. So, it's all right.
I'm just going to have Kim come clean the pellet stove if I ever get one. We'll just have you fly out here. There'll be no problem.
Okay.
All right.
No big deal. I'll pack all my little brushes and all that, and we'll be good. I'm
just picturing you in Mary Poppins, in the top hat and the black soot coat,
right.
Chimney sweep. Maybe you're too young for that one.
No, I know that one because that was my first thought when I was done, and I had ashes on my face and on my hands, and my clothes were all like dirty, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, where's Dick Van Dyke when you need him? So,
That's right.
Yep. So yeah, I don't know, but then I was joking to my sister later. I'm like, well, I know if I die, it'll probably be because of black lung for all the shit that I inhaled today because of this thing. So she didn't think that was particularly funny, but I did. So yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So that was my fun on Monday. And something else I found out. It's been a while since I had actually been on my Steam Deck and used it to remote play Xbox. But if you had purchased the XB Play app from the Steam store to remote play for Xbox on your Steam Deck, well, apparently you're shit out of luck because the developer no longer stands behind it. It no longer works. I found this out the hard way. Tried to sign in so I could play a little Divinity Original Sin 2 on the old Steam Deck for the Xbox, and no luck. So it was kind of annoying because, like a smart, I think it was like a $6 app or something. So yeah,
I think it was £4.50 for me. Yeah.
So it no longer works. So, but there is a workaround if like me, you didn't put Windows on your Steam Deck. If you go to the Steam Deck desktop and go to Discover and look up Greenlight, you can download that onto your Steam Deck, and that will let you remote play on your Xbox. And it's not too it's not too difficult to set up. So if you're shit out of luck like I was, there you go. Go download Greenlight. And I think there's another one that I can't remember what it's called, but it will come up on Discover, and you can download that one. I think it's called Xbox Desktop or something like that. So that's my week this week.
I misread that bullet when you put it in the notes. I thought it just said Steam Deck is no more. I was like, oh no, what happened? So it is. Yeah, it's always disappointing when a developer backs off of a product that you paid for. But at least the Steam Deck itself is still working.
Oh, of course.
Excellent. Anything else happening this week in the world of Kim?
No, it's like I said, it's been cold and we've had some snow, and so that's about it. So just counting down the days till spring, which I think are 47 days. So we're getting there.
We'll find out from the groundhog this Tuesday, right?
Right.
So if he doesn't,
whether he sees a shadow or not, we're still going to be in for 6 more weeks of winter, regardless. So.
No. Well, we had to have it. There we go. Speaking of being cold, from the frozen north, RCGC has joined us in the chat. Welcome. So let's flip over to the tropical side of the pond and find out what is going on in Marcanic's world, I hear you've got a new furry friend.
Yeah, in this tropical land of 6 degrees centigrade. So last week I mentioned we'd gone to Middlesbrough to adopt our new furry family member, Diego. So we've had him a full week now, and he's settled in really, really well. First couple of nights, as you'd expect, he had a couple of accidents through the night because it's a new place. He cried a little bit, but not as bad as we thought he would. But yeah, just 2 nights, that's all we had. The rest of the week has been brilliant. He's really, really bonded with us, especially Jenny. I'm really shocked how he's bonded with Jenny, because I was worried about how Jenny and Diego would bond. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, and he's so fun, playful, loving. It's just brilliant. So yeah, we're really, really happy. So yeah, that's a Diego update. I mentioned last week it was my mum's birthday last Friday, so we went out for a meal. It was me, Jenny, my son Jay, and my mum. It was a really nice do. So yeah, that's another night where I didn't get any gaming done. I've not done any gaming at all hardly this week. So yeah, I feel like Kim.
This is lately. A gaming podcast.
I know. I'm letting the side down here. I have watched some TV though. So I've finished Welcome to Derry, the sort of like origin story of It, the entity from the Stephen King It movies. It's really, really interesting, really good. I didn't realise from the movies, I've never read books, but I didn't realise from the movies it's from is a cosmic interdimensional creature. I thought it was like from the bowels of hell or whatever, but no, it's actually an interstellar being. So that was interesting.
Yeah. I just thought he was creepy.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
really,
just thought
really
he was
good.
a creepy clown.
Bill
Right?
Skarsgård does a brilliant job as Pennywise.
So he's a killer clown from outer space. He's the original killer clown from outer space.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really good origin story. And it obviously, at the end of it, I think we're going to do another chapter because it said end of chapter 1 at the end. But there were sort of like hints at the first movie, how it ties in that. So yeah, really interesting. So that was that. So we finished that. So that's another TV series we finished. So we need to find another new series to start watching now.
I might have a recommendation for you.
All right, yeah, Severance might be on the cards. I've been having loads of people telling me to watch Severance.
All right.
I've got an offer for Apple TV on my phone for 3 months free, so I've just signed up for that for 3 months. So we've got Apple TV for a bit. But we watched a movie last night. One I've been wanting to watch for quite a while, and that is Predator Badlands. Have you guys seen this?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Yeah,
I have not.
So this is obviously set in the Predator universe. It's about a young Predator guy who gets sort of like banished from his homeworld and to this other hostile planet to try get a trophy or two. But it's really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if it would be any decent because the last Predator movie was Prey, wasn't it? And that was sort of like with the Indian tribes where they encounter a predator. But yeah, this is really good.
Yep.
So yeah, well worth a watch.
So what did you enjoy about it? Like the effects? Was it an interesting storyline?
All of it really. Yeah, the story was interesting. Although, so the stream I watched, when the Predator guy is talking in his language, there were no subtitles. And apparently that's a problem on Google and Android streaming devices. You can't get the subtitles, so it was a bit hard to follow. But the robot girl who's on the screen now, she does sort of like translate a little bit, and she talks in English, so that's a bit helpful. But yeah, you can follow it. It's good. But yeah, a good plot line, some really good effects. Parts of it are quite heartwarming as well, really. For a Predator movie, which is weird, but yeah, really good. And the
all right.
Well, there weren't actually humans; were all synths in this, but yeah, it portrays the human race as a bunch of fucking bastards.
Well, I mean, it's not far wrong. you
No,
know?
no. Yeah, so yeah,
All right.
I'd recommend that. Yeah, really good. Enjoyed it.
Excellent. Any other news from the other side of the pond today, Mr. Mark?
No, not really. Tomorrow is my first Monday off, so I don't have to go to bed early tonight. Yeah, so looking forward to my extra days weekend. Yeah, and we're actually taking Diego to the vets to get him registered and put on a pet plan for his flea and worm and his annual boosters and stuff. So yeah, that should be good.
All right. Well then, I guess it's my turn. I guess the first thing is apparently we've shut the government down again. As of midnight Friday, there has been a lapse in appropriations in the U.S. government. I don't know if this is a thing in other parts of the world. It seems to be a thing that we do for fun now, just for funsies. So we'll see. Allegedly we have partial funding, but we can't get it until tomorrow because even though the Senate passed it, the House is out of session until tomorrow. Who knows? It's ridiculous. I am convinced that this past week of weather that we have had, 2 weeks, has just been one big psychological operation on behalf of the Canadians and the Greenlanders. What do you call people from Greenland? We're just going to call them people from Greenland. Yeah. We'll call it Canada and Greenland. I believe that they are doing a psychological operation to sell us that we really don't wish to own those parts of the world because of this weather. And you know what? They're right. They can keep their weather. It sucks. But you can take all this freezing ass weather back up there to your polar bears, and we don't want it. Let's see. Just this morning, I love this. We call it an oven, right? What do you call it, Mark?
A cooker.
Yeah.
So we used to have freestanding units, which we call cookers, but a lot of modern ones now, you get the separate gas hob and the oven, the separate oven. So we have an electric oven and a gas hob. So we do actually call it the oven and the hob. The
what? The hob?
Hob, yeah, gas hob. But my son's got a freestanding one, so it's classed as a cooker. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing that the first time, and it kind of makes sense, right? Because everything else in the kitchen is just called what it does or
Washer,
what it
dryer,
makes
cooker.
within ER, right? You got a dishwasher that washes dishes. You got a thing that blends. We're going to call it a blender.
Yeah.
You got a thing that toasts things. We're going to call that a toaster.
Yeah.
Right. What are we going to call the thing that we cook with? Oven. Okay, great. Well, ours isn't working. I'm not sure what has happened. So it's it's a freestanding unit with a gas burners, gas oven. The burners work and the broiler works, but the oven will not come to temp for roasting and baking. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I guess fortunately or unfortunately, because it's government quarters, at least we don't have to pay someone to come in here and fix it. They'll just come in here and fix it. But because it's government quarters, Lord knows how long that's going to take. So we're going to have some adventures in cooking in the Matthew household this week while we figure out what the heck is going on with our oven, which normally it has been working slowly, like just taking forever to come up to temperature. This morning, it just would not. It just says, nope, maybe it's just too cold outside. The oven can't do anything because it's too cold outside. That's not a thing, but we're going to go with it. And finally, my TV recommendation. Yesterday, I watched a Netflix miniseries called Death by Lightning.
All right, I've not heard of that.
Oh.
And this is I think it was a 4-part miniseries about the election and assassination of James Garfield, who, if memory serves, was the 20th president of the United States. And so they've of course taken some license with the for storytelling. They've taken some dramatic license with it, but they've stuck to the big facts pretty well. The the person who assassinated him, the motivations of the person who assassinated him, how he came to be nominated, those kind of things are all very very much accurate. I watched it because I really liked the actors. I was like, oh,
I was going to
it's
say
got,
some big name
Nick
guys in this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got Nick Offerman, and it's got his name is escaping me right now. The big tall guy who played Zod in the second Henry Cavill Superman movie.
Yeah.
And he was in Boardwalk Empire as well.
Yeah.
And then it's got some veterans from The West Wing in there. And so I was like, well, I like all these actors. Let me check this out. And then Katie came and watched it with me because she likes historical dramas. So we're like, oh, let's check this out. It was really well done. The pacing was good. 4 episodes was about right. There's enough comedic relief in there to keep it light, even though the subject matter is pretty serious. So yeah, Michael Shannon. Thank you, Kim. I think his name is Michael Shannon. I believe you are correct. So yeah, I recommend if you are from the U.S., it's certainly worth a watch. If you are if you're not and you don't care about U.S. history, it's at least entertaining and worth checking out. There's some good nods to some of the politics of the day in there, and some other things. So yeah, worth checking out if you got time to watch a 4-episode miniseries. Yeah, and that's what's going on around here, other than freezing our collective butts off.
Right.
Let's see. Real quick scan. I don't think we had a question on Discord, did we?
I didn't see that.
We did not. So people, put a question on Discord. We'd love to talk about stuff. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about the random shit happening in our lives. Excuse me.
Get Chris's and Kim's mind off the freezing weather.
Right?
That's right. Something to think about other than how cold it is outside. Okay. Well, then that brings us to the part where we talk about games that are free because we pay for them. Anything new in the free because we pay for it category this week, Kim?
I think just definitely not fried chicken on Epic, because I don't think they have the other one game out yet, or that I just didn't check. But it's free until the 5th, so go and get your definitely not fried chicken game. So
go and definitely not get fried chicken.
Yep.
Have I not announced the PS Plus games yet?
Not yet. If they have, I haven't caught it yet. Yeah. So I'll update all that for next weekend, because they'll all be out by
next week.
So. Yeah.
Tune in next week for some PS Plus free games. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's time to tell the people what we've been playing this week, if you would please, Mr. Mark.
It's game time.
Today I feel like playing computer games.
It's game time.
All right. Let's start. Let's go shortest list first. So, Mark, tell us about what's going on in Star Rupture. This one, there's lots of people playing this one right now. So, what's the community up to?
So, well, I haven't been on the private server since we kicked off the private server. So, I don't know how Jeff and Panda are getting on, but I know they're doing really well. Yeah. But I've only played 2 hours earlier today. I've not had any time for gaming all week with settling the new doggy in and stuff. So, but yeah. So last time I mentioned Star Rupture, I was trying to reorganize my base and get everything in line. Yeah, that's not as easy as it sounds. So, the stuff you're making and outputting, and then has to go into another furnace thing or whatever to make something else, but you're still having lines, the sort of rail lines crossing over and stuff. It still looks higgledy-piggledy, so it's a nightmare to get neat and tight. It's killing my OCD. And then there's been a recent update, and there's a bit of a glitch on these monorails, you transport the goods on. I have a 3-line system coming from across the map to bring in helium and calcium, but they weren't working. and I checked it over, and it should be working. There was no faults on it. It wasn't damaged. The alien bugs hadn't infected it. Did a bit of a Google search, and apparently there's a glitch on the 3-line system. And people saying, "Oh, we've had to dismantle it and rebuild them separately on like 1-line systems." So I thought, "Oh, here we go." So that took me nearly 2 hours to redo all that. So I did all that, got it working, and then I found some more information on some Steam comments, and someone just said, "Oh yeah, just reboot the game, it works." Oh fucking hell! So yeah, so if I'd have rebooted the game, it might have worked. But anyway, I've redone it. So I've got 3 separate lines now instead of one like line with 3 rails on. So yeah, trying to be efficient, and it didn't work. But yeah, apart from that, I've not really got that far really. Still trying to keep leveling up the different things what you send back to Earth to unlock more things, because this game's all about drip feeding you new technology and new items to build. So I'm just trying to slowly unlock all that. But yeah, there's not a lot I can say really apart from still trying to organise my base.
Organized. This sounds like one of those games that becomes a job.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video on YouTube, and it just looked so organised and neat, and it was brilliant. I thought, oh, I can do that. Apparently not, I can't. Well, not easily. So I need to go back to that video. But I think I know what I'm going wrong. Yeah.
All right.
So what'd you do wrong?
Well, he's got all the things linked on, so you can get these things where you can have a rail coming to a cross point, and then it feeds off to the different manufacturing things like the smelters and the fabricators. And because of this 4-way thing, you can have 2 storage pods leading into it. 3 storage pods leading into it, and then 1 coming off to the fabricator. And depending on what the fabricator needs, it will pull from whichever storage thing it needs. Whereas at the moment, I've got each individual pod lined up going to each fabricator, and that's where I've got loads of lines starting to cross over. So I'm going to have a go at that instead, because I wasn't sure how them 4-way things worked. But yeah, apparently it will pull the ones it wants. That makes sense in a way. So yeah, YouTube is brilliant for stuff like this. But yes. Yeah, it's a time sink, and it's kind of enjoyable if you like this sort of thing. If you know what I mean, it's more of a chill game, and yeah, it's a good time sink. So I'm enjoying it.
All right. Excellent. Yeah, I keep seeing everybody playing this one. I got some other games that I'm trying to put off the to-do list before I start a new game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully with the new dog settled, Mark, you'll be able to play some more games.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get back on tomorrow.
This is a gaming podcast.
Yeah, I know.
We talk about games.
Yeah. I've even had Greg in the WhatsApp chat, sort of like criticizing that I've not played out. So
maybe we could start a spin-off show about dogs if you want.
Yeah. The Dogcast.
Oh, right. Yeah, the Dogcast. And Kim will be mad because she can't come on that one because she has cats.
The Catcast.
But
a dog.
Do you? Oh, all right.
I have a dog. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I have a dog.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Only every.
Yeah, I have a little like rat terrier. Her name is Scruffy. She's a good dog. She doesn't like being in the house though, so that's why you don't see her very often. She likes to be outside, so that's where she is. I'm one of those mean people, apparently, if you listen to everybody else. So yeah, I've had her for 12 years, I think, at this point. So yeah, she's a good little thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, that's my contribution to the Dogcast. So there you go. Well, she's more like a cat than a dog, though. To be fair, you know.
How about your contribution to the Gamecast, Kim? What's going on?
I have a little bit of that, believe it or not. Yeah, I played some more Divinity Original Sin 2 this week. I didn't do a lot because, of course, I went to play it on my Steam Deck and I had to figure that all out. So by the time I got that all out, I didn't have a lot of time. But I did play a little bit, so I'm a little further on that. Hopefully I can play some more this week, so I have some more to talk about. But with Space Marine 2 coming out on Game Pass this past week, I talked Boomer into downloading it. and and I've been trying to play the multiplayer for Space Marines because I love Space Marines. The chainsword, the slaughtering of gigantic hordes of like aliens and whatnot. It kills me. I love it. Anyway, I've been wanting to try and they came out with a horde mode here. I don't know. It's been within the last 3 or 4 months, I think, and I've been wanting to try it because my favorite mode on Gears of War is, of course, horde mode. So I got Boomer talked into downloading it, and we tried it yesterday. And I have to admit, it took us a little bit to get it down and understand how it works. And it helped when I turned the bots on, so that way at least we had 3 people instead of 2 to go against these hordes of Tyranids. And it works well. It's different from Gears Horde in that, as far as I can tell right now, you can't build defenses. They pretty much just send waves of critters after you to slaughter, but there's no real defense against it. Like, in Gears we could build defenses and the laser, and we had the turrets and all that. You don't have that with this. It's just you against these waves of Tyranids. But you can get weapon packs and you can get stems and that sort of thing. So that helps a little bit. But it was fun. It was funny because the first one we started, we didn't even survive the first wave. But we played about 2 hours of it. And by the time we got to the end of the hour or the 2 hours, we got all the way up to the wave 5, which is a boss wave. And I don't know what this big, gigantic praying mantis sort of creature was called. But I mean, this damn thing, it was huge. And not only did they throw that at you, but they also threw several waves of the little bit, well, I call them little enemies compared to what this thing looked like, but you also had the other enemies at you too. Admittedly, we got slaughtered during the 5th wave because, of course, there were still the 3 of us and we had no clue what we were doing. And I don't know how the hell you're supposed to kill that gigantic praying mantis looking thing. We tried firing at it and all sorts of things and it would not, you couldn't even wound it. It was like a gigantic bullet sponge. But it was fun. Like I said, there can only be 3. Like I said, there's no defenses. But the bot will come by and pick you up if you do get down, which was nice. And I don't know, like I said, it could be a fun community thing. Like I said, though, you can only play with 3 people. I enjoyed it. Like I said, we played 2 hours, and hopefully we can get back into it this week and play some more. So that's what I did this week. All right. Yeah.
It looks like there's some little humans running around. Are those enemies as well?
Yes. There's well, some are, and then there's I can't remember what the name of the little troop guys that are on your side, but you do have some troops that come in. I don't know what they're called, the Covenant or what they're called for sure. I can't remember. If Phil was on here, Phil would know.
So are you friendlies? Are you that size in a big suit, or are you like supersized in a normal size suit? Because the humans are like half the size of that dude.
Yes, you're the Ultramarines. So you're the guys in the really big suits here that are I don't know, I call them roadie running, kind of like doing Gears.
Yeah, so it's a suit what's big and not the person.
Yeah.
Right,
well, okay. I think they're not mutated is not the word I'm looking for, but you're not an super average soldiers. Human.
Yeah,
they're super soldiers. Right. So that's what they are, and you have to there's different like tactician and sniper and that sort of thing, and each of you have to be a different one on that. That's another thing. You can't have everybody like tacticians. You've got to be each got to be a different class. That's the word I'm looking for, class. And like I said, there's a little spot there where you can buy more ammo and like stems and that sort of thing. So that's nice. But like I said, there is no defense, and they give you other objectives when you're doing it. Like one we did like yesterday was you had to pick up these power cells and take it to like a generator. All the while you're trying to kill these things or keep them from killing you. So then you could get this generator fired up for more defenses. So, there's more to it than just, slaughtering waves of things. But I don't know. I had a good time with it. Hopefully, we can play some more of it and maybe get further than wave 5. But
how many waves are there?
I don't know. Give me a chainsword and a bunch of enemies to hack with it, and I'm cackling maniacally the whole entire time because it's just fucking fun. So what that says about me, I don't know, but there you are.
How many waves are there to complete the horde mode?
I don't know. I like I said, we got to 5, and it's like Gears where every 5 waves there's a boss fight. So I don't know. I'm assuming maybe there's 50. I'm gonna have to look it up. Because what was it? I know in Gears, what is there? There's 50 waves or something like that.
50 and every 10 there's a boss.
Right, so I'll have to look through it and find out for sure. But we managed to make it to 5, so Considering our first one, we didn't even make it through one wave. So I think we did all right.
All right.
Yeah. And there is no mark mode on that one either. It's either normal or hard, I think is the other one. There is no mark mode. So that was probably another reason we didn't get as far. So I'm used to mark mode.
That's what you need. You need to write him a letter. Put mark
All
mode
right,
in
I'll do
here.
that. Can you please
No,
put a mark mode in this game, please? So anyway, Space Marines 2. There you go.
Space Marines 2. Awesome.
Yeah. So what'd you play,
any
Chris?
other games? I played a lot of games, but I'm only going to talk about a handful.
All right.
I kind of been all over the place this week with gaming. So I finished the Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the second one.
Nice.
When I say finished, I'll put that in air quotes. I finished the story. I started working on some of the achievements, and a couple of them got stuck. And so I said, all right, I'm done with this game and it's time to move on. It really annoys me when there's achievements that are very straightforward. It's like, do this, and you go do that, and the achievement doesn't unlock. You're like, all right, let's try again. Do this, still doesn't unlock. So that's irritating. I did finish the game to 100%. So I got all the collectibles and finished all the side quests and all that. I did not, however, finish all of the achievements, but time to move on. And I started Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I've kind of only just gotten through the tutorial on that one because, of course, I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders, which is still got its hooks in me. So this week was the first week that I managed to. So each week they have the trials, which are you just have to do certain thing in game and score points for it. And if you score enough points, you get 3 stars. This is the first week that I've managed to 3-star all of the trials. Oh, wow. So I was pretty happy about that. They weren't. Thank you. They weren't super difficult this week. It was all damaging, fairly easy to find types of arc. And then I think harvesting plants was the other one. So they weren't super hard. You just kind of had to take the time to do them. So, but you get random loot, you get some weapons, you get some augments every now and again. It gives you some blueprints. So, which blueprints seem to be like the end game, like finding all the blueprints. Yeah. But I do think I maybe am going to take a little Arc Raiders break until it's time for the reset. So at the end of this month is the next opportunity to depart for the expedition. Now, what's interesting is when the last expedition came around, it wasn't until like 2 weeks before that the player base was notified that they would need 5 million space bucks to get 5 bonus skill points. And everybody's like, man, if that's not that big a deal if you'd have told us sooner. So I saved up my 5 million space bucks, but I still don't know. It might be 10 million. It might be 1 million. Who knows how many space bucks we're going to need. So that's a little frustrating, but everything else is kind of ready to go there. There's a new player project called a trophy case, but I'm going to wait until after the reset to do that because it does give you some pretty good blueprints, and I don't want to lose the blueprints when I reset.
Yeah. So how long's that running for? Has that only just started?
Oh, you know what? It's only just started, and I don't know if it has a time limit. Right. I'll have to look.
Yeah. I want to get back into this. I've not played it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right now the trophy case project has no fixed end date. So
okay.
We got some time.
Yeah. So what do you have to do on that then? What's the objective on that?
It's much like the I don't know if you did the Candleberry one.
Yeah,
or
the Flickering
whatever.
Flames. Yeah, I completed that, yeah. So you have to gather so many resources and then submit them to it, yeah.
Yes, but it's because it's a trophy case, you're mostly gathering arc parts.
Right,
so the first one is all kind of the lower tier arc, wasps and hornets and pops, and then the next one is the the bombardiers and the bastions and the rocketeers, kind of that mid tier, and then the final one you have to get queen and matriarch parts. So it's it gives you something to do with those, because one thing that I don't like is you get the bastion, the bombardier, and the rocketeer in particular. When you get their cells and update your workbench, then you have no more use for those cells.
Yeah.
And it's like they should be used for crafting some good guns or making some grenades or something to make it worth hunting them down. That's the weekly Arc Raiders update. Final word on video games is The Outer Worlds 2. I turned it on the other day because I needed my 15 minutes on a PC game to get my Xbox rewards. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. And I guess I shouldn't be.
I say Greg wasn't enjoying it, was he?
No, he wasn't, and I really wasn't either. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this. The Outer Worlds 1, I didn't like immediately, but I kind of just kept playing it a little bit at a time and kept playing it a little bit at a time. And it eventually grew on me, and I realized that it was actually a pretty good game. So Outer Worlds 2, I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. I'm kind of learning the combat system. It's a little different from Outer Worlds 1, although not that much different. I don't know if I goofed up. We'll see. I don't know if you remember from Outer Worlds 1, you could pick up these flaws, which would provide you a bonus and a penalty.
Right.
And one of the flaws that I picked up was I think it was called Easily Distracted. Basically, I can't min-max. Whenever I go to add points when I level up, I can only add points into my lowest rated skill. So I kind of have to keep all of the skills at the same level. But I have blocked off, I think, 4 or 5 of the skills by taking another trait that didn't allow me to put points into those skills at all. So it might work out. Remains to be seen. But yeah, it's growing on me. I'm starting to understand it a little bit better, starting to get into the story a little bit more, and starting to enjoy it a bit more. So I'm gonna keep at it. And last but certainly not least, just for Kim, I decided to dust off. I decided to dust off The Witcher 3.
Yes.
What a game! What a game!
So I shamefully bought this game twice, and now it's on Game Pass. I bought it twice, and I have played it less than 1/10 of a time. I have never made it past like the first kind of starting area. So I decided I'm gonna dedicate some time to it, and
the Bloody Baron, the Bloody Baron quest line. It's years since I played it, but I can still remember all about that. What a brilliant quest line that was! It's so memorable.
Yeah, everybody says that one's pretty good. I guess
they're all good, and the side quests. So you think, side quests. I'll just do this little 20 minutes, but these side quests are like hours and hours long, aren't they, Kim? They like keep expanding and developing, and it's just so well done. It's brilliant. I love it. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Well, and it's now on version 4.0. I really like the way CD Projekt Red does this with their games. So The Witcher is now on version 4.0, which incorporates some of the more popular community mods. So it's even a little bit different experience.
Right.
So gonna keep going, gonna keep cracking at The Witcher here. Witcher
I will
3.
give you one tip though. Do not try to. I mean, unless you feel like being, a masochist, do not try to get all the question marks, because that will drive you insane. I did it on one map, and that was enough. All right. I couldn't do it on the rest.
I did clear the whole map on Cyberpunk 2077, so maybe I am a bit of a masochist anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some of them I don't think are worth the effort, but well,
a lot of them in Cyberpunk 27. A lot of them in Cyberpunk 2077 weren't worth the effort, other than to get the icon off of my map.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we've been playing this week. If you're hanging out in the chat, Lord Boomer and RCGC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for making it this far in the show. We're now on to everyone's favorite part of the show, which is where I get to be devious and give a little quiz to my co-hosts.
It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad.
All right. So mystery theme this week. We'll see if you get it. First up, I feel confident that very few people have played this game, at least in this community. First up is Xenoblade Chronicles from 2015, which was released on the Switch. And because I'm very confident that very few people have played this game in this community, I'm going to read you the synopsis. All right. Well, I was going to. Discover the origins of Shulk as he and his companions clash against a seemingly unstoppable mechanical menace. Wield a future-seeing blade, chain together attacks, and carefully position your party members in strategic, real-time combat as you journey across a massive world. There we go. Okay. So that's Xenoblade Chronicles 2015 on the Switch. RCGC is wasting no time coming in with a 76. Kim got to go first last week, so that means Mark gets the first word this week.
Xenoblade Chronicles. Completed it, mate. No, that's an in-betweeners reference there for the UK people. No, I've never fucking played it. It's a fucking Nintendo game, isn't it? I've heard of it, but I don't know not about it.
Well, you know it's from 2015, and you know it's got a future-seeing blade because I just read that to you.
Yeah. I don't know. Fucking hell. I'm gonna Price is Right, Sarah, and go 75.
Price is Writing Sarah with the 75. And Kim, what do you think about Xenoblade Chronicles?
A lot, actually, but let's see. I'll say 83.
All right. The actual answer 86. So well done, Kim, jumping out to an early lead. Now I took a little bit of license with the 20-year rule. We're going to go back a little farther than 20 years. But I believe many of you are familiar with the next title, which is Knights of the Old Republic from 2003. And we're looking at the Xbox version. This, of course, released
on
the OG
Xbox.
The OG Xbox. Yeah. I believe this released to Windows and the Xbox. I don't know if they ever got a PlayStation port. Off the top of my head, but we are looking at the Xbox release, and Sarah jumps right in with an 83. It's Kim's turn to go first this round. Boomer says
85. Yeah, I'm gonna say 85 as well.
Controversial. Boomer says he did like this game. So Mark, final word in round 2.
I've not actually played it, but I have heard loads of people rave about this game, and are they doing a remake or something? But yeah, so
I have heard that is potentially getting a remake.
I'm going to say 86.
Mark is going to say 86. Actual answer 94.
Oh,
94. This is the sort of BioWare's big game when they launched them, right? And then came Dragon Age and Mass Effect and all of that.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we go. So let's see what's the standings. Kim has a 3-point lead over Boomer, who has a 6-point lead over Sarah. Boomer has a 4-point lead over Mark, who has a 2-point lead over Sarah. There we go. Which brings us into round 3, going all the way back to 2007 with the original The Witcher. And we're going to look at the PC release. 2007, The Witcher on the PC. which and this time it's Mark's turn to go first.
I have actually played this. I bought it. I bought the Witcher Enhanced Edition quite a while ago, and it's quite hard to play. It definitely shows its age, but I can imagine
the first
back
one's
then,
very
yeah.
First one's very different.
Yeah. But I can imagine back when it released, it got a lot of praise because it's got all the tropes of a modern games, but it just some of the controls and the implementation in isn't as good as 2 and 3. Graphically, it wasn't brilliant, but back then nothing was. I'm just trying to remember the bit I played. Finding stuff on the map was difficult, if I recall. I'm going to say 82.
Mark says 82. What do you say? What do you think, Kim? So far,
I'm going to be a little bit nicer. I'm going to say 85.
Right. Kim's going to say 85. Once again, stealing Boomer's answer.
I know.
I think the two of you are sharing notes during your Space Marines and Helldivers sessions.
That's it.
Is what I think. The actual answer, 81. So well done, Mark, making up some ground there. So currently we have Kim in first by 3 points, Boomer in second, and Mark in third by 1 point. And Sarah has some ground to make up going into the final round. And the final round, once again, stretching it a little bit with the 20 years. We're looking at Metal Gear Solid 3.
That's
Snake Eater. And of course, being a PlayStation exclusive, we're going to look at the PlayStation 2 release. Let's see. We went Mark, Kim, Mark. So it's once again Kim's turn to go first. Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake
I played
Eater,
this back in the day, believe it or not.
2004.
I enjoyed
Sarah
this
says
game.
95.
Again, I'm gonna say like 86. Just because that way.
I was going to say 80. Playing it very safe. Kim. Boomer says 90. And what do you think, Mr. Mark?
I've not played this. I heard a lot about it. The first Metal Gear I played was Metal Gear 4 on the PS3. Oh God, I know that. God, Kojima is like praised as a god in the gaming world. It's going to be in the 90s, isn't it? I'm going to price it right.
2004, actually. 2004.
No, but I mean the game's going to be in the 90s, scores wise. I'm going to price it right. Boom. I'm going to say 91.
Mark is going to say 91. You prices wrote in the correct direction. The score was 91. Ooh, well done, Mr. Mark. So into the bonus round, Mark and Boomer tied at 20. Kim has 21 and Sarah has 34. So let's just call it -5. For -5, these games all have one thing in common. There's not really a hint in the show notes, so I will say that that it is nothing. The theme has nothing to do with gameplay mechanics in these games.
Right.
But they do all share one unique thing in common. So, did somebody do a duck noise? Let's see. We gave Mark the first word, so I'm going to let Mark have a first word in the bonus round.
Oh no. No idea. No idea. We're all RPGs.
Yeah, are they?
So actually, it isn't. I don't know. I don't know. They all have 3 games of series. No, Metal Gear's got more than 3, and there's fucking 500,000 Star Wars games, isn't there?
Yeah, I think Knights of the Old Republic only had 2 games. They had Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. And then there
Metal
was
Gear was
the Old Republic.
there's at least 6 Metal Gears, isn't there? Because there was Metal Gear 5, and then there was the prequel to that, which was like a short version of it. Can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, and I think Xenoblade also has several iterations.
I'm trying to pan for time here by expanding on Sarah's guess.
Well, if it helps any, I don't have a clue either. So,
which Metal Gear? They all have swords and guns.
They all have swords and guns. I suppose.
well, Witcher,
so.
I don't think.
suppose so.
You know.
He has a crossbow.
All right, crossbow. I guess that counts.
All right, what do you that was not it. What do you think, Kim?
Well, I was gonna go with there's at least somebody with a sword in it, because that's the only thing I can think of at the moment. Because I know, of course, Witcher. Pretty sure I can't remember what Metal Gear Solid. I can't remember now if Metal Gear Solid there was anybody with a sword in there. Because I know in the later ones, of course, there's Raiden and he has a sword. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Somebody's packing a sword, because I honestly haven't an idea. It's probably gonna be something stupid that's gonna be easy and I can't figure it out.
It's a light saber, not a light sword. Actually,
okay. I knew somebody's gonna say something about that.
Well, and I do appreciate Boomer. All of them are set in the future, but of course, Star Wars was a long time ago. Okay. So the actual answer is, at least according to this article I read on GameSpot this morning, these all have upcoming remakes planned for 2025 and 2026. Right. So we can look.
Fucking mentioned that about fucking Star Wars, didn't I?
You did.
Well,
I thought you had me for a minute there.
I knew Witcher was gonna have a remake because they're working on it now. I just can't remember if it's coming out before Fairy or not.
I thought Mark had me for a minute there. Yes, all of these games have remakes in the making for or remasters coming soon. So so things to look forward to. Remastered. I actually am looking forward to a remastered Knights of the Old Republic. I tried to play Knights of the Old Republic a couple of years ago, and it's just too old now. It's like
I think I've got that on Steam. I think I got a load of Star Wars games in a humble bundle.
I bought a Star Wars bundle with like 20 games in it. But some of them were just
like TIE Fighter game and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. So there we go. Some remakes to look forward to coming your way in the next 12 to 24 months. Thanks for participating. For those of you who hung out in the chat and participated in the quiz. So this week, Mark and Boomer tie for the win. At 20 points each. Congratulations. Congratulations, gentlemen. There you go.
Way to go.
Which brings us to some time to talk about the news.
Here is the fucking news.
There it is. So just 2 quick stories today. I don't think there's any surprises in these stories. First up, according to a Game Developers Conference Slate of the Game Industry survey, 50% of game developers say that generative AI is harming the industry, the highest level to date. The survey shows that over 1/3 of game industry professionals use generative AI as part of their job. The game also showed that significantly less than 58% of those at publishing companies, support teams, marketing, and PR firms who say they use AI tools. The highest number of users of AI tools were the people on the business side. So there was the article does go on to mention that there's a big divide between the technical side of the industry and the business side. The business side sees generative AI as a big plus, and the technical side is starting to say, well, not so much. And if we compare year on year, in 2025, 13% of respondents said that AI was having a positive effect on the industry. In 26, that's down to just 7%. Okay. So
one dev said that they would rather quit the industry than use generative AI. Wow.
It's those are bold words.
Yeah, they are,
Bold
yeah.
words. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one really.
No.
I'm curious why they think it's being harmful to the industry.
Like, because like in games, we're used to the reference to AI, like the animate AI is clever or the animate AI is stupid.
Mhm.
So, but are they using AI to actually make the game or do the story? I don't get what it's doing.
I think what they're talking about is using generative AI to write the code.
On the development side
Using
of it,
generative AI to create the 3D models.
Yeah.
You know,
like you see
doing
on some of
things
these
that-
like videos where it's AI generated videos and you can see some of it's not real, but there's loads of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo going around together on holiday together and stuff, and it looks so real, but obviously it isn't. Yeah. So
yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it'll you know, I don't think it's going to go away. I think we're going to see it used more and more in games. You know, supposedly Arc Raiders used generative AI in quite a lot of their development. In some cases, I think in a good way. So if you listen to them talk about how they taught the Arc to walk, they just put it in a space and let it learn how to walk, right?
Right.
And so the animations look much more natural. And the enemies kind of they're not match on match adaptive, but when they push an update, they update the enemy AI, the enemies based off of what the algorithm is quote unquote learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. Generative AI. And second up, this Epic Games boss, Tim Sweeney, voices support for a $900 million Steam lawsuit, saying, quote, Valve is the only major store still holding on to the payments tie and 30% junk fee. And so you dig into this, and this is a lawsuit from 2024 that's sort of finally been allowed to proceed in the UK by the Competition Tribunal.
Yeah, apparently it's about the not the consumer getting stung; it's about the developers having like 30% fee taken off them all the time.
Yes, it was the fees to the developers because it makes it harder for them to sell their games at lower prices.
Yeah.
And I guess Steam also has some competition with selling at lower prices on other platforms. And then the other piece was downloadable content. I guess Valve has some rules where
if
you can buy downloadable content.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you buy the game on Steam, you have to buy the Steam DLC. You can't just go in-game and buy the DLC from the in-game store. Because Steam want their cut.
Yes. It did say here in the final paragraph, you can purchase DLC on other platforms, but they're not allowed to be sold directly through the in-game store or the in-game UI. You have to go find it, kind of a thing. So interesting. You know, normally we think of Valve as the, at least it seems to me, we mostly talk about Valve as the good guys, but maybe they're not always, right? I mean, you don't get an $80 million super yacht by not protecting your earnings, I guess. So there you have it. Pretty short spot on the news this week. Those are the things that I dug up.
So how much do they charge on the Epic Game Store then? I take it it's less than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
I'm just having a quick scan now. All right, so for the first $1 million revenue, they don't charge anything, and then it goes up to 12% per million, exceeding $1 million per year. Yeah, and they have a one-time submission fee of $100 per game submitted to the game store. So 12%. Yeah, but yeah, until you make your first million, they don't charge you anything. So that seems quite fair, doesn't it? Compare that to 30% on Steam.
Yeah, it does. And Valve does enjoy some. Being the largest online games marketplace, they enjoy some control over those things.
Yeah, they've got the player base, haven't they?
Yeah, there you go. They certainly do. They certainly do. All right.
And they've got another sale. They've got another sale on them, haven't they? Because I already own this on fucking Epic and some others, but I've just bought because we've got a Fallout sale. We've got a Bethesda sale, Fallout sale. I bought Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on Steam. So I think I've got them on. I've got one on Good Old Games, which I got free, Fallout New Vegas, and I think I got Fallout 3 on Epic, but yeah, they're only like £3. So yeah, I picked them up on Steam now, so I've got them twice. Doing a Chris.
The great thing about those is you can the Steam build are what most of the mods are made for.
Yeah, so you can get the better enhanced graphic mods, because I've played Fallout New Vegas on Good Old Games, and it looks its age, because I think that's a 2010 game. But I'm hoping there's going to be plenty of mods on Steam to try enhance it.
There are, so yeah, if you go to Nexus Mods and you download their mod manager, there's a ton of mods for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
So enjoy those. Enjoy those.
I don't know when I'm going to get to play them, but yeah, they're on the list now.
There you go.
I keep meaning to start Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Any other thoughts on the news this week?
Nope.
All right. Then let's see. Do we have new releases, Kim?
We do. We have a few.
Let's hear about them.
Alrighty. Your new releases for this week are The 18th Attic for PC on the 2nd, Crimson Capes for the PC on the 3rd, Dungeon Quest 7 Reimagined for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, Switch, and PC on the 5th, Unemployment Simulator 2018, I kid you not, for the PC on February 5th. I don't know what that entails, but maybe I'll have to look into it just to see.
Do you just sit there and do fuck all day?
That's what I'm guessing, and I don't know why it's set in 2018, but here we are. Dead Pets, a punk rock slice of life simulator for the PC on February 6th. Trust me, when I first read Dead Pets, I'm like, what? But no, apparently it's a punk rock slice of life simulator. Okay. Anyway, find out more about that one on February 6th. Ghost Gunners for the PC. A lot of PC this week. Ghost Gunner for the PC on February 6th. Humanity Z for the PC on the 6th as well. My Hero Academia, All's Justice for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC on the 6th. And last but not least, we have Neo 3 for the PS5 on February 6th as well. And those are your new releases. So there you are. Not a whole lot.
Thank you.
At least nothing I'm real interested in, I guess.
I mean, Unemployment Simulator sounds pretty great, right?
Yeah, right?
We've got it on screen now. He's got an anxiety level, a health level, a fatigue level, and a drunk level, and a dopamine level. Boredom level critical. Kill everything. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
That's kind of wild.
Play the video game.
Yeah, he's got to sit down and get some dopamine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We can sit there and watch that all day. If any of those games sound interesting to you and you would like to play them with us, Mark, tell the people how they can play games with us.
So we normally get together on a Tuesday and Thursday evening around 8:30 UK time, which is 3:30 on the East Coast, 12:30 on the Pacific time, and 2:30 for Kim time. And then again on Fridays, we have Fatal Fridays, which is 8 p.m. UK time, which is, it doesn't have any other times on there, so that'll be 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. Pacific. 2 p.m. for you, Kim, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. We usually play the current shooter, what's taking everyone's fancy. So quite lately, it's been a lot of Arc Raiders. I don't know if is Greg still well into Arc Raiders as well, Chris, like you? Is he still?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I need to get back.
he definitely is.
Yeah, he's completely taken by it. But yeah, until the next big shooter comes out, that's what we're playing, Arc Raiders. So yeah, if you see us online, jump in the Discord and just jump in the chat, and we'll get you going. How can they get in touch with the
Thank
show,
you, Mark.
Chris?
So if you want to get in touch with the show, you can send us an email at ocpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us at OC_podcast. You can leave us a like and a subscribe if you feel so motivated on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. If you're not able to join us live, we'd love for you to, but if you can't, we will put out an audio version of the show, as well as you can catch it up on YouTube later in the week. And come see us in the future on our Overseas Connection Discord channel, where we record the podcast, where we do our voice comms for gaming, where we just talk about whatever the heck is going on in our lives. Kim, let's give some love to the chat and get ourselves out of here.
Alrighty, I'm going to shout out Boomer, RCGC, and Lord for jumping in the chat today. So thanks you guys for coming along, playing our quiz, and keeping us entertained while we're giving you a show. We appreciate it. Shout out to you guys as always, because usually it's just me talking to my cat and to my dad, who doesn't care half the time about what I talk about. So it is what it is. Shout out to my sister, because right before the show she called. Apparently, she's got a shelf above her washer and her dryer, and she's got one of those top-loading with the clear lid on it. And apparently, the cat had jumped up on the shelf, knocked something off onto the lid of the washer, and broke the glass.
Ooh.
So,
Oh no!
So she was trying to figure out if she couldn't get a replacement door or something to fix it. But I'm just sitting here thinking, isn't that supposed to be tempered so it's not so easy to break? But apparently not. Or if the cat just apparently hit it with whatever it was in the right spot that it shattered. So hopefully she can get that fixed. Otherwise, my dad was giving her crap that she was going to cover it with duct tape or plywood. Of course, the typical redneck way of fixing anything is either duct tape or plywood. So there you go.
Duct tape and cardboard.
Exactly, So hopefully they can get that fixed. I have a feeling that there's going to be a phone call to me tomorrow, and I'm going to have to get on Google and see what I can track down, because usually I'm pretty good at finding stuff like that. Anyway, I hope you all have a good week. Hopefully it warms up at some point, because I'm telling you what, me and winter are going to break up real soon if things don't change. And I'm going to pass you over to Mark.
I want to shout out Greg, because we haven't even said why Greg isn't here, and we haven't even acknowledged that Greg isn't here. So yeah, if you've noticed, Greg isn't here. So he's gone to his mum's again. So shout out to Greg and his mum. A shout out to you guys and all the shatters, and a shout out to my doggy Diego. I'll let you take us home, Chris.
Shout out to Diego. Shout out the two of you. Thanks for joining me. It would be the shortest show in the history of the show if it was just me by myself, because I don't even know how to turn it on. Shout out to the quiz winners today. And I'm going to shout out the snowplow guy, because we have got a crap ton of snow, and they've done a great job of keeping the roads clear, so we can all get back about our business. Normally, when we get snow, it melts off after just a couple of days. But when we get 2 feet of snow, it's just going to hang around for a while.
Yep.
Yeah. The trouble with tempered glass. Sorry to jump off topic for a minute. It is harder to break, but when it does break, it just explodes. If you follow, like I read about PC builders on Reddit, and every day there's at least 3 people with just exploded tempered glass panels, because it's harder to break, but when it does break, it breaks bad.
Right.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate all the people stopping by. We'll see you next week. Let's see. Next week is the Super Bowl, so we're going to talk about it whether Mark wants to anyway, or not.
Right.
No.
TTFN.
Ta-ta for now. Mark's figuring out the buttons.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Well, I was going to play. continue on that puzzle.
See you same time next week.